Hey friends, today I wanted to share a special recipe with you. It's a classic cheesecake with raspberry sauce. This one has become a favorite in our household and certainly my husband's favorite, and he's not really a lover of sweets, but he fell in love with this cheesecake the first time I made it. And today I wanted to share this recipe with you. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do decide to try out this recipe, please let me know how it went. I would absolutely love to hear from you.
So what you'll need for this recipe are 12 rectangles of graham crackers, a third cup of butter, and that's for the crust, 4 packs of cream cheese, 4 eggs, a tablespoon of cornstarch, a cup of sugar, lemon juice, vanilla, and a cup of sour cream. You'll also need a 9-inch springform pan and heavy-duty foil. We are going to start by preheating our oven to 350 degrees and prepare our pan. You want to spray that with oil and go ahead and wrap it up in foil. We will be doing a water bath, so it's important to wrap it up real good in order to avoid water leaking into the pan. Now you can use regular foil, but you will have to use much more of it to keep the water out. I've used regular foil before and it did work, but I used way more of it and it was kind of a waste. Heavy duty foil is bigger and I used only 2 sheets of it. For the crust, we'll start off by melting the butter. While the butter is melting, we're going to go ahead and crush our graham crackers and finish them off in the food processor. Once the butter has melted, go ahead and pour it into the crushed graham crackers and mix it well until it resembles wet sand. Go ahead and pour the mixture into the pan and pack it down as evenly as you can. Oh, that rhymes! But yeah, you want to pack it down and even it out. Go ahead and put it into your oven and bake it for 8 to 10 minutes. While the crust is in the oven, we will go ahead and start on the cheesecake. Combine the cream cheese, sugar, sour cream, cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and beat it together for 5 minutes. I always start on low, then bring it up after a minute or so. So at this point the crust is ready, and we'll go ahead and take that out and let it cool down a bit. After the 5 minutes are up, you also want to stir a bit with the spatula just to make sure that there are no lumps and that there is also nothing stuck to the bottom or sides of the bowl. Now it's time to add the eggs. Replace the bowl and turn it on the lowest speed. Add the eggs in one by one, waiting until one is fully incorporated into the mixture before adding the next one. It's also important not to overmix, so mix just until the eggs are blended. The mixture will start getting silky, and after that last egg is incorporated, you want to do the same thing and finish it off with a spatula to make sure everything is fully incorporated, but don't overmix it. Then we're going to go ahead and pour it over our crust layer and smooth it out on the top as much as you can. Now we are going to prepare the water bath. Take a baking pan that is bigger and deep enough to add about 2 inches of water and place the cheesecake in that pan. Add about 2 inches of boiling water and bring the whole set into the oven. The water bath method does two things. It creates moisture in the oven and keeps the cake from cracking, and it provides a more even and slower heat source than the direct heat of an oven, and that's important for preparing foods like cheesecakes and custards. So go ahead and bring the set to the oven, and you want to bake it for 1 hour or until the sides are puffy but the middle is still slightly jiggly. So while the cheesecake is baking, let's work on the sauce. For the sauce, you will need about 2 cups of frozen raspberries, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and sugar to taste. I used a total of 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. The cheesecake is sweet, so we like our sauce to be a bit more sour and fruity. You want to cook it on high until all the raspberry pieces are broken up, stirring constantly. After that's ready, go ahead and set it aside to cool down. Once your cheesecake has been cooking for an hour and it's ready, leave the oven door open slightly and let it cool down for an hour that way before you take it out. After you take it out, let it cool completely to room temperature. After it has cooled down, you want to put it in the refrigerator and let it set in the fridge overnight or at least a couple of hours. So my cheesecake has been sitting in the refrigerator overnight, and I actually took off the sides before I put it in there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the sauce over, spread it out evenly, and add the raspberries. At this point you can decorate it however you want. You can skip the raspberries if you want. We love raspberries, so I always cover the whole cake in those raspberries. The cake comes out amazing, I'm telling you guys. It is so creamy and just those flavors. Oh man, especially that the cake is sweet and the sauce is a bit sour. It's like a perfect combination and we absolutely love it. This is like one of our favorite cakes. This is an awesome cake to make ahead, to like make a day ahead before serving it. And the sauce you can actually add right before serving. It doesn't need to like set or anything, which is pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and decide to try it out, and don't forget to leave it a thumbs up if you did like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.